Yeah. I picked up mine and give me yours.
Oh God, it's going to go wrong already. I'll cut straight to him. Hold on, Nath, we're going live.
We're live.
Hello and welcome. Nathan is live. Quick, Nath, you're live on air.
Smile.
Smile. He can't see. Let us put us on as well. Hello. Go.
Seamless as ever.
It is. Go.
I've got Wi-Fi, so...
Right, well, as you can see, everyone, we're trying to connect to Nathan, and it's all pretty good. So hopefully he can just give us a bit of a spin round, but I don't think he can hear us.
I can just about hear you. I don't know if you guys can hear me.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can hear you. You're loud and clear. Right, go for it. Give us a spin round.
Right, I'm going to walk around the front of the table. Let's just quickly show you what we've got here. We've got the Tornado Sig. Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
That rather cleverly blurs into the Luftwaffe.
Seamless.
Down a bit.
Transal is...
Dusty.
Transal's still in one piece. Just
There you go. After all these years, it's still in one bit.
Yeah.
I didn't have to glue anything back on the 262.
Wow, I'm impressed.
Yeah, so I'll just walk. I'll just hold the phone. I'll just do what I can. I think the Wi-Fi might drop out, but I'm in Hall 3 at the moment. So it's just got really busy in the past 20 minutes, and I'm going to just really quickly sort of. What it is, I'll walk quickly over to Pramjet Airfix.
Looks good.
So it's just, I mean, it's literally, I think the public have just got in the last 5 minutes. So it's just got really, really busy just now.
Just push them out the way, Nate. So you press.
Yeah.
There's Ron's Romania Sig, but no Ron.
Well, typical. Ron's never where he should be.
Yeah, he's late. He's always late. He's never been on time in his life. He's probably still in the hotel waiting for his breakfast.
Recovering from his hangover.
Waiting for his starters.
I'm just cutting through the middle of Hall 2 right now.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think what the best thing to do is, rather than use sketchy Wi-Fi, I'll do a proper video maybe on the Sunday when it's a bit quieter.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Here
Be
we have-
perfect.
So I'm through to Hall 1 now. Here we
Go on,
have the
Sam.
lovely people of Airfix.
Hello, Airfix.
I feel like I'm doing Martin Brundle's grid walk here, because I'm just going to cut right in and try and speak to Pramjet.
Go for it.
Do it.
So you're live on the BBC.
Yes.
Yeah, I do feel like this is our
Or
Martin
Sky
Brundle.
Sports.
Here we go.
Here he is.
Here he is.
I'll give him a second while he's talking. So we've got the Airfix Spitfire. News is it's going to be out in the next couple of days, but only in small batches. So you're going to get your Spitfire at some point, not too soon.
We'll not get any.
There's the Anthem that Phil reviewed.
Very nice. Great kit it was too.
I don't know how Martin Brundle does this, but here we go.
Go for it. Here he is, the man. Hey.
How are you?
How can they hear me?
We can just about hear you. It's a bit noisy, but we just about hear you. Good show.
Can't hear that one.
So yeah, 3 Buccaneers.
It's just dropping out.
Just about to see it.
Oh, have we got signal? I don't know if we've still got signal or not, but yeah.
Yeah.
This is just like the BBC. It's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then yeah, we've got the Spitfires over there, which should be rolling out in the next week or so.
Cool.
Very nice. Excellent. Good job.
And there's your Airfix Classics, Matt.
Oh, yeah.
Pick a few up, Nate. Take them back to your stand.
Ask him if they're going to re-release the Harrier, the 24th FRS2.
FRS2 Harrier, when's that coming out?
But there's that one there that Phil wants to buy.
Yeah, that's
No, he doesn't.
You do realise, Phil, you are going to have to build that, you know.
Oh, God, please.
Peer pressure is going to get to you and you're going to have to do it.
I will have to do it, definitely. Anyway, it's great to see you guys.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Right, I'll let you stay-at-home modelers carry on.
We will. We'll catch up with you later on, Nath.
I can't hear that.
Right, cut him off.
Cheers. See you.
Right,
See you in a bit.
see you later. Have a
See you
good
later.
night.
Cheers. There we go. There it is. Ta-da! Seamless. That could not have gone better after I thought it was going to be a hell of a lot worse. Trying to get hold of him this morning. Anyway, hello everybody. Welcome to the show. A little bit of an insight to what's going on at Telford. Obviously, clearly we're not there because we're here, but Nathan is. So obviously any Flory members, things like that, pop over and see Nathan there. Go and see Pranjic, give him a poke, usual things. And yes, I hope you are enjoying yourself if you are there, because technically you'd be watching this as a thing. So yeah. But anyway, hopefully Nathan will get some footage from us, some proper footage, and we can show that next week and things like that as we make our way through. All right. So good job. But no, welcome to our special Saturday show. We've been doing these, obviously, since COVID to sort of coincide with Telford and things like that. So we've got a couple of things going on. But first of all, thank you very much to everybody who's in live chats as well. So I think we've got, I don't know, is YouTube on? Yep, YouTube live chats on as well. So hello to everybody in YouTube live chat. Hello to all the Flory family as well. So Phil's looking better today. What are you trying to say? I wasn't like a goddess or a god. Probably goddess is better.
Yeah, goddess.
On Thursday night, I thought I looked quite good actually. But I looked back, sweating. But no, I am feeling a lot better today, and the voice is returning, and I'm not actually coughing quite as much as I was before. So hopefully we're getting a little bit back on track.
You look like you got that pregnant glow.
Do I?
No, you did on Thursday.
I'm just holding water. That's all that is. I'll soon get rid of that. It's fine. But yes. Anyway, happy to see you above ground. Yes, I am here still. No, I haven't quite got that far yet. But good. But no, big thank you for Nathan. And like I say, if anybody is at Telford and things like that, then I hope you have a great time. We have got some news that's come in as well, which we'll be having a look at throughout the show with some new releases that have been announced at Telford as well. So we'll have a look at those in a moment and everything. So yes. Why can't Jamie go to Telford for 10 years? Have they banned you? He's been banned from Telford.
Probably because he's not in the same country.
Well, yeah, that probably
Yeah.
Is he never going to come back? Is he going to stay there because it's nice and warm? I wouldn't though, because let's face it, he gets COVID more times than all of us put together.
I was going to say, how many times you had COVID now, Jamie?
So yes, he'll be having that. I don't know what the lag setting is onto this one. But hopefully we'll be all right. We have got a few things going on, though, throughout the store. How's this going to work? I'm going to have to go here. Sorry, got everything going. We've got a little bit of a sale going on over on the Flory Model site. So usual thing, I think we've got 25% off washes and stuff. There's a little bit on the merch and the various things like that as well. So if you want to grab anything from there, just pop over to the Flory Model store. You can do it. PM Store's got a bit of a thing going on as well. Andy, do you want to talk us through it?
Yeah, can do. Got 10% off all kits, which excludes the 25% in special offer sections because they're already discounted. And we've also still got 15% off all Bandai kits.
There you go.
So, yeah.
So if you
Very
can't get
nice.
to Telford, you can grab a bargain off us.
Simple as that.
Simples. So yes, as you can see, got some nice bits and pieces down in here as always. So if you want to grab anything from our specials areas, we've got those ones down in there. Lots of different bits and pieces going off. And then obviously over on the 25% mega sale ending soon-ish. Keep checking back because we add loads of stuff to it. But you see, we've got Sky Raiders in there. We've actually got the ICM Beaufort in there as well now. We've got the little vampires. Very nice.
They're your review samples.
They're your review ones.
Are they? Right, that'll be them.
Those.
They have been COVID swiped, though. I think I did those before I had COVID, so you're fine. The only ones that probably do need bleaching will be the Airfix one for the Anson. And yeah, that'll need a wipe. But anyway, got loads of great kits down in there. So if you want to grab yourself some bargains, bits and pieces, say loads of Spurs and Dragon and all the rest of it, loads of Trumpeter down there, or 25% off. So if you want to grab anything from the bargain sections, you can do as always just down in there. So yes, Good job, everyone.
Yeah.
A couple of things that have appeared so far that are quite interesting. Well, I've got loads of things popping up on my screen. I think everyone's gone live, obviously, because we're on there as well. Hold on, let me just get rid of that. But obviously, the big news that has come out, which I'm quite excited about, is this kit has been really announced by HK or Hong Kong Models, which is obviously the A20 for the Havoc. Are we excited for this one?
Yes, actually, I like the Havoc. I've got to say, it's one of them that's a bit like the B25 I've just finished, where it's just full of guns, isn't it?
Yeah.
A nice straffer.
Mm.
And they've got nice box arts to them, if you know what I mean, and nose arts, and you can do them with invasion stripes and whatever. So yes, it's
it's all full interior, isn't it? And you're not going to see any of it. So,
but it's there, isn't it? What I'm thinking is they've done it in 32nd. They'll downsize it to 48.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes you wonder. Yeah.
48 would be nice.
no one now says when they're building armor, it's got full interior, but it's there. We're all sort of like gone off the armor with interiors, but we don't say the same thing about aircraft with full interiors.
I think in 32nd it's a bit different. I think when you get down to 72nd and even 48th, it can be a bit sort of, is it really needed? But I don't know. It's got nice Bombay, and is that a bit of a open thing for the guns? Is it?
Yeah. It's got the side bays, I think, open up so you can actually see the actual ammunition areas and guns.
Go back to the CAD. Has it got a dinghy?
Where should it have a dinghy?
Behind the cockpit.
Well, I can't see from that.
Look, there's a little compartment behind the cockpit.
What, here?
That top bit. Yeah.
Oh, this bit up here.
Yeah, and they should have a life raft in that, I think.
There is a life raft in there.
Yeah. Well, there you go. It's made then. Proper kit. It's got a life raft.
Oh, okay.
Because that was, the old testers.
Yeah.
On the aftermarket, that was the one of the bits that you got, because that whole top flips up, you see, and your life rafts in there. So yeah.
Interesting.
It's an interesting aircraft, isn't it? Because again, if they do the other version of it, which is like I presume just the normal medium bomber version, not the gunship one.
Yeah.
We used them in North Africa, and you got some nice, obviously, azure blue, Middlestone, and dark earth schemes for that.
Very nice.
I think it was used in Italy as well, around Italy, and I think obviously Western Europe. I think we used some with D-Day stripes on as well. So, and then out in the Pacific, so it was used all over in Burma and all sorts. So, yeah, a lot of options for it.
That is a good point that one of the guys on YouTube's made. Where do you stick all the nose weight?
Yeah, that's brilliant.
That's a very good point to that, because that's very busy, that nose section, and I'm sure it's not going to be heavy enough. I don't know. It'd be in 32nd. Perhaps they're going to be creative and mould something in it.
You have to
I don't know.
go back crates with.
Yeah, ammo crates. Well, with ammo in it.
Well, put me with lead inside.
Or failing that, you have to fill up the wheel well. I don't know. Oh, well, let's have a look, see if there's a slot somewhere.
Wheel
Unless
is
there's-
really empty.
Yeah.
It opens, so it's not got lots of.
I tell you what, you ain't got a lot of room in there.
I know I fell foul of obviously nose weight on my kit, and mine's got nowhere near that interior. Nowhere near. So interesting, isn't it? I wonder if they've thought that bit through, to be honest.
That'll be one for a base, and then sort of pin the nose wheel, isn't it? And
Yeah,
stuff.
that's it. Super glue the nose wheel down.
Or it's going to have a prop at the tail in it. Clear prop. Well, interesting subject. Be nice.
Yes, I think it would be nice. I must admit, like we said before, the B25 in 32nd isn't massive. It's probably the size of this cutting mat, but it's a nice overall size. So, but they was to shrink it down, I think, to 48th. That would be very, very nice.
With that, because there is only like that one option of the testers kit, which is 90s kit, I would have said now for an A20. So interesting. But at least we kind of know HK for 32nd, don't we? That was the original scale.
Yeah.
Yes.
They've downscaled a few bits coming now. So yeah, no, interesting. Looks good. Looks detailed.
Definitely. So that would be good. As I say, we've had another little one as well. Is for the little Rapide. So I've got things popping up all over my screen here. Hold on, let me just try and get rid of this. I'm going to nick Jamie's photos for these, wherever he's nicked them from, as well. So if you want a nice Rapide 48 scale.
I like the Rapide. It's having a pretty looking aircraft.
It is.
So is that? I presume that is injection.
It looks like it. Yeah.
I think Armory do injection, don't they? So yeah, in the 48 scale, it's not going to be massive either, is it?
No.
It's that sort of classic interwar period, isn't it?
Mm.
You know?
It is.
Yeah.
It's the golden age, wasn't it? I think. You know, a couple of underpowered engines and on a hope and a prayer.
Yeah.
You were off and flying. So, but I can imagine a lot of people who've done the the actual flight experience out of Duxford in one. They'll want one.
My mum and dad had been in it, and they went on the week before the wing caught fire.
Oh, right. Okay.
Please, my mum, because she didn't want to go up in the first place.
Yeah, she'd be one of those blaming him all the way down.
Yeah.
No, it's an interesting subject, and I presume there's lots of liveries you can do them in. Is there? Repeats?
I would have thought so. Yes.
God, yeah.
And nice, colourful ones, let's face it.
Yeah,
Does anybody-
lots of airliners use them, didn't they? Interwar airliners and what have you. And, true ones.
Did them who use your Hercules use it, John? Imperial, did they have any?
I've no idea. Wouldn't be surprised. They were everywhere, weren't they?
Yeah.
I suppose. Would any of you be tempted with it?
It's not my type of thing, but it'd be one of those that'd probably be a pleasure to build, as you say, because it's sort of civilian stuff tends to be a lot nicer builds. So
I always said I want to build all the aircraft that my dad's flown in, like the Tiger Moth, obviously, and which is still sat up there for about 10 years. And that's one of the ones that I'd like to do for him.
I think you've got the classic British trainer version as well, because the RAF used it, didn't they? So you got the dark earth, dark green, and yellow one.
Isn't there a bright yellow one as well? Like an RAF yellow Rapide, or was? I'm trying to think, because the old Hella one has been reboxed a lot of times. I'm sure there was a trainer yellow one knocking around. Don't know. Could be wrong.
So anyway, the last up for what we've got at the moment is a few pictures of the. How do you pronounce this again? Kotari. Okay. So again, this is one of those things where I'll be honest with you, I've seen the pictures already, so I'm just gonna. I'll make a disclaimer here. Obviously, this is the first time I've seen it, it's a Spitfire.
Hold on a minute. Go back.
Wait, what?
Go back. That's a Mark 5. I thought they were doing a Mark 1.
Oh, well, perhaps I've changed
That's
their mind now.
That's
This one's for late 2023. This is the second one.
Completely different aircraft.
Yeah. This isn't the one that's coming out next month then.
No.
So that's the Mark 1. Then we're going to do a Mark 5A.
Right.
So, yes. So, anyway, here it is.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Is that built by a blind man on the Gab Hills?
Okay, I will say full disclaimer. When I saw this, I was actually quite shocked. I was thinking, it's not what I was expecting at all. Let's just put it that way. But we're assuming this is a test shot. Look, come on, I'm trying to put a positive spin on this.
No,
it's obviously a very early test shot, and yeah.
Yeah. What's they saying in chat?
I haven't got it up yet.
Quick, move over to chat.
So Mark 5 is their new project.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. This could be a very early something.
This is the first test shot of it.
Yeah, it's going to get refined, isn't it? So joking aside, it's.
I really hope so.
It'll be
I must admit, when I first saw that, I thought it was the Revell kit with some bits on, but I don't know. I must admit, I'm just hoping for better. You can only go up. That's okay. I'll shut up.
Yeah, shut up.
We'll just gloss over that one.
James said it looks like the Airfix Vintage Classic one.
Hey, look, he said it, not me. I just like to point that out. He said it. So, but yeah. But again, I can understand. Jamie just simply said the Mark 1 looks really, really good. So how comes that thing looks so rough?
Because it's just the test one.
So,
but if you're is that actually at Telford then? That is that where
I don't know. I just pinched it off of his Facebook page. So
yeah.
So yeah, we will keep an eye out, and clearly we'll look for other things being said around Facebook and all the rest of it, and other sites. I will keep an eye out to see if we got any new releases.
So that's at Telford. Now, this is my view on this, and I don't know, but if you're taking a test shot, big show,
Yes.
wouldn't you want to show the best you possibly can of that test shot
Yes, you would.
to the public?
Yes.
That's the way I kind of look at it on a business point of view.
Are you
know
trying
what
to
I mean?
say that if you look from different angles, it might look worse?
No, I'm not saying that at all. But you know what I mean. If you're, it's good that you can obviously they're taking test shots and stuff. But obviously, if you're showing a real one, you want to show the best of it as best you can, can't you?
Maybe it's their
because you know what the world's like now. It's first impressions. It kind of sticks, isn't it?
Yes, it does, absolutely.
And that's the problem you've got now. It's like people are going to look at it and go, "Looks okay," you know what I mean, or got their own opinion of it.
Yeah.
You don't want to give them the ammo, do you?
No, of course not. Definitely not.
You want to minimise that sort of negativity.
Like I said, that maybe it's their buster and they've been practicing riveting on it, like Phil does with his.
Yeah, perhaps it could be showing raised rivets. So.
But again, I think obviously once the Mark 1 comes out, that's going to set the standard of their kits, isn't it?
Yes.
And that's obviously not going to be that long away. So once we've got the Mark 1 out, you're going to know if that one's going to be as probably as good in it, really.
I'll throw John under the buffs because John actually made a very good point earlier, didn't you, John? Do you want to tell us that one, or do you want me to paraphrase it?
I was just going to say, Flory models controversy is never very far away.
It's not. Well, we tell it how it is. Let's face it. But John did point out before we came on air when we were looking at the pictures that a little bit like another manufacturer, Border Models. Obviously, it's off the back of it being a wingnut wing. So you've got that expectation that it's going to be a wingnut wings kit because obviously a lot of the designers on that Spitfire, we don't know how many. It might be one, it might be two, and they might have been in the packaging department for all we know. Apparently are the designers for it. But it doesn't make it a wingnut wing kit. This is a new company off their own standard. And again, like we said before, and we've got quite in with some companies, shall we say, and two AAA companies. All right, probably one's an A, one's a AAA company. And obviously I speak to them a lot about various bits and pieces and design stuff. And it is that thing. Sometimes the CAD work can be absolutely...
Someone's at our door.
Okay.
We'll wait for you.
Oh my God, is this a bit like, what's his name, Drop Bags? Do we have to do somebody's at the door and all dance? You've got to be a certain age to remember that one.
Somebody's at the door.
It's Grot Bags. She used to live up the road from me. Really, she opened up everything we did. But yeah, she used to live in Bridgewater. But anyway, the thing is, what I'm trying to say is that sometimes you can get designers do amazing work and it looks stunning in CAD. But then you've got to allow for that fact that depending on how much money you've got and how much, sort of faith you've got in the tooling company, is to make the tooling as good as your CAD work. Because let's face it, they are not all the same. And then obviously that CAD work has then got to go into an injection molding company. And most of them use third parties of each other's and things like that. So you've got to go in there and then they've got to actually injection mold something as sharp and as crisp as you see it in a CAD. So sometimes, like I'm pointing out, you could be brilliant and in your CAD it's 100%. But by the time it gets to the plastic, you could have a completely different kit in your hands. And that's not the fault of the designer. And it's not the fault of the actual, the company behind it. But because of limitations with budgets, then obviously that depends what you're going to get at the end result.
Well, we've got to remember, though, this is probably a first test shot of an upcoming aircraft anyway, that they probably thought, oh, no, we could do some riveting on there. And someone's got a rivet wheel and just run a wheel across it and said, well, that needs doing there. And, so it's probably nowhere near what the final one's going to be like. And like Jamie says, the Mark 1's really, really nice. So
yes. So hopefully we will see. We'll get a Mark 1 in for a review anyway. And then we'll get it in. I'll do a review on it. We'll have a proper look at it.
Yeah.
But, again, that's all we're saying is certain, let's face it, we saw it with the Border Models Lank. It wasn't as good, I don't think, as Wingnut Wings one we saw and bits and pieces, because it done to a price point at the end of the day. So there you go. Just my bit of controversy for the day.
James says Mark 1 is here too. It looks amazing. So people will see the final quality.
It's like I like Tamiya's way of doing things. It's just like bang, it's there ready, final production version, and a month or two later it's out.
Yeah.
I think the other thing is that you got to think how big Tamiya is a company and Qatar is a new one. So I can see where they're coming from. They're trying to generate a buzz and get sales, aren't they, to get their company up and running. With Tammy, you don't need to do it anymore, do they? Let's be honest. And they're just huge. So, but I do prefer that way. I'm with John with that. I do prefer sort of it's ready before they drop it, if you know what I mean. I think other companies, we've said this before, are kind of learning that way as well because of the COVID situation of, the delays or, not being funny, what's going off in the Ukraine, or there's so many factors now that's coming in, shipping and all sorts of stuff, isn't there? So stuff's getting delayed and then put back. And I think it's probably a better option if it's actually ready and then you drop it and 2 months later it's on the shelves. That buzz is there as well, isn't it? I think we found like we can say something because obviously we're going to get announcements in January, is it, or whatever next year. But some of them aren't going to release till fourth quarter. So, the excitement's kind of waned until it's kind of like go out again. So I don't know.
I said before, wouldn't it? The trouble is that traditionally model shows were the launch platform for kits. Airfix used to do it. Yeah. Tamiya always used to do it, Suzuka and things like that. So you used to have that thing where during the year you'd have that sort of build up and there'd be rumours, but you would never really know. And say Tamiya are great at it because they just come along and say, and this is it, and it'll be out next month. And this will be, something you weren't expecting or whatever it is. And it'll be like, right, that's great. That's something we go along with. But nowadays, companies seem to drip feed us this information saying coming soon or we're just starting on. And again, you sort of lose that enthusiasm over the months go past. And like Matt was saying, I think with the delays that have been put in as well, which are out of everyone's control, let's face it, you can be ending up in the situation like we've had, where we've had a pre-order for over a year before it turns up. And again, you've sort of, when it turns up, you're like, oh yeah, okay, but if it had been quite exciting when Tamiya does it. So I think all these manufacturers should literally have a set thing. It's a bit like, to be honest, Airfix, when they say we're going to be releasing like they did with the Spitfire a year ago. It's good. It's over a year now since we've seen it. You've sort of lost that initial buzz. I think with social media, it's that thing about you can drip feed it and keep that anticipation going, but as modelers, we're quite shrewd. I don't think we're quite as, prone to that. I think the other thing now, though,
I think you've just hit the nail on the head with the social media thing. Things are getting leaked now so bad before stuff's even out, isn't it? Let's be honest. There's been a few, haven't there, where people's dropped clangers, shall we say, or it has been leaked because it's like, well, I need that scoop. I need that sensational social media thing, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I think is a little bit sad because it does take that excitement away a little bit.
Yeah, I do. I agree. Absolutely.
Not being funny, like Suzuka model show and like Telford here, and then any other model show now, and obviously this must happen in every other sort of genre of whatever anyway when you do a show. But it's on social media before the punters are even in the place.
Yeah.
There'd have been people running around at Telford yesterday night or afternoon taking photos of what's on Qatari's stand or HK's or Airfix or whoever's there to whack it up on Facebook.
Yeah, just to be that first thing to get it up there and all. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, in chat, David's saying, "I don't get it. What's wrong with that Spitfire?"
Nothing. It's perfect.
Lovely. Brilliant. Sure. Perfect.
I mean, we've had Paramjit on several shows where he's done Q&As, and he said several times that from that first test shot, there is still an awful lot of work to do.
Yeah.
There between the manufacturer, the tooling company.
But my argument with that is why bring it then? Why bring something that's not really as it's going to be? That was you can bring a picture or some artwork or some CAD pictures of it or whatever and show that. But why?
That's what I mean. They're opening themselves to criticism from something that's come out that is probably going to be
mint. It will lovely. Don't get me wrong.
Shot.
But people who come to look at it just as a thing aren't going to see that as a test, unless it literally got a massive sign just saying test shot. This is not going to be the final production. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. They're opening themselves up for something they don't really need to.
Yeah, because you know what social media's like. You straight away you've got all the trolls and the negativity and everything jumping on it, haven't you?
Yeah, but no, not from us. No, but it is, isn't it? The first thing when we seen it, was that looks a bit rough. Let's be honest, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
But that's not going to be the final production, is it? That's not going to be the final the kit that you buy as a punter or whatever. Definitely not. But that's your initial reaction to it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it was Phil's anyway.
Yeah.
I took him under the bus.
Anyway, that's what I want to know as well. Clive says, what happened to the Revel 32nd Hurricane?
Well, this is it, Clive.
That's a classic example of it. It was announced November 21.
I will tell you what, Revella there, aren't there? So
yeah, somebody go
when
and shout
Nathan's
him.
back, he can run round and go, you're out on Flory Models, live on to the world. What's happening to your 32nd?
In his face.
In his face,
Right.
yeah. Like it's like Martin Brundle. He needs a microphone so he could just whack it up somebody's nose.
As Jamie says in chat, bring it because it creates discussion. People know it's an early test shot. And if they later decide to buy it or not, it's when it's released, they'll miss out owning to their ignorance. Yeah, I mean, fair. We've spent past 20 minutes out of the past half hour we've been on talking about it. So
yeah, exactly. It's been a
great discussion.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree.
Maybe we ought to get some questions from the chat and everything and send them to Nathan, and Nathan could be like the roving reporter going around asking.
Yes, find out all these answers.
Yeah.
All the questions we want to know, including some really sticky ones, like with pricing, for instance. That would be a good one to do live on air. So,
you know what? They'll come back with that. That'll be a standard sort of, not excuse, but standard answer of, it's down to manufacturing and down to costs of materials and down to shipping and down to this, that, and the other. That'll be a standard answer, like what the sportsmen give, in it. They've been media trained to just say nothing but give an answer.
Again, Two Heads Talking says the Airfix Victor looked rough when it was showed at Telford. Don't forget, that was a 3D print. It was just a 3D print from the CAD. Hadn't even gone into talk.
No, it wasn't Victor's, the Vulcan.
Was it? One or the other?
The Vulcan, that looked awful. It did, actually, yeah. I can remember.
The Vulcan was the one that got leaked, wasn't it, beforehand?
Yes, it did. But it
leaked the week before, didn't it?
Yeah, but it was a 3D print, and I think it was on one of them thingy printers as well. It wasn't a resin one, was it? I think it was a plaggy one where you get the lines, and it didn't look great. But then again, you got to think how far 3D printing's come from.
Oh yeah, definitely.
3 years ago.
Yeah,
you're looking at,
I'm sure a lot of traders there are breathing a sigh of relief this weekend that Phil's not there.
Look, I just asked them straight. I think that's what, if I was like, obviously we've been in business as well. If you've got somebody sort of fudges around the question and tries to be nice, and I'm just like, all right, there was that famous time I got hold of Revel over a certain product, which was horrendously overpriced, and literally had it out with them. But it's nice to get their opinion on it as well, to say, it's nothing to do with us, not even our kit. Well, you didn't say that. Basically, that was their excuse. It's not even our kit. So that was the price we had to pay for it. So that's what we put it out at. And it was like, right, okay. But it doesn't help. So, but I think that sometimes it's better to be open and honest and just go straight for the throat, because it clears the air. That
was like a politician's answer. No do of us.
Basically, that's what they were doing, is passing the buck.
Crazy says we need the vlog reports from Japanese model shows. I'll do that one.
I'll pop over. Andy can be my cameraman.
In the wheelchair, stabilised.
Yeah, that's it. Have a rig.
Maybe we should open a crowdfunding page.
Well, this is it.
Send us all to Japan.
But sometimes obviously, like, I speak to various manufacturers, and I've got some great contacts with them, and you don't want to be horrible to them, because most of them are trying to run a business. And I said before, out of all the ones I know personally, not a single one is just trying to rip people off or just does it for the shareholders or anything else like that. They're trying to make a product and bring a product to market. But as we've often said, and I can testify as well, when you're a smaller manufacturer, as with us with the Sanders, for instance, I cannot physically compete with bigger companies because I can't buy in the bulk that they buy. And we used to buy 10,000 of each type of sander at a time, 100,000 of each type of the skinny, because that was the price that needed to get it through at the price point, But again, because of the costs of everything have gone up and up and up, it does force out the little guys, especially when you want to deal with big manufacturers. They don't want to know because they just put you on a production line somewhere when they can be bothered to fit you in, which is no good when you need stock at a constant rate. So, that's the thing. So a lot of these smaller manufacturers, again, you're up against the big companies who have got in-house injection molding, in-house tooling, and things like that, who don't have to have this problem. So, but yeah, it's one of those things. But we will try and do our best for the hobby, let's face it. The biggest disappointment for me, clearly, is Mac 2, because they're not there. So what are they going to release this year? Do we know? We need an in with Mac 2. Does anyone know what Mac 2 are releasing?
They've done it. They did it earlier. They did it like a few weeks ago. It's a Boeing's airliner.
Well,
can't remember which one it is.
What are we doing? 707? That'd be a good one.
Yeah, it might be actually.
Is it?
It could be.
727.
727.
A what?
727.
Oh, it's a 727.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, right.
I'll
build it. It's hanging on the wall nowadays. It's up behind me in pride of place. In a nosedive. So, but that'll be an interesting one. But again, it's things like Mac 2. We used to joke, but there was a little bit of a thing behind it of what's it going to be, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So, wonder what Mac 2 are going to bring. That was a great thing about the shows.
Because they were always different. They always was original with the release Mac 2, weren't they? However, what you ever think about them as a manufacturer or whatever.
I tell you what, you always had a crowd around his stand. You can't knock it,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Perhaps purchase something, so I can't say negative about Mac 2, even though I've actually never built one. But I always like the subject matters.
Yeah, but also another company as well that used to always like to go to the stand and see what they got was HPH, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Their latest resin wonder that's probably, let's face it, most of us can't afford it because it's going to be way out, or it's going to be a massive scale.
Yeah.
I've still yet to see anybody build that Peacemaker. But, again, it was always an interesting one to be at a show and to go and have a look at and see the level of detail in these resin kits and things. They are literally just works of art as a kit. Forget building it, just as a kit themselves, they're gorgeous.
They're a collector's item.
I know when I went down to St Morgan to the museum, that's the first time I'd ever seen the monogram kit built. And it was in a cupboard all of its own. It was massive.
What, the same second piece, mate?
The second scale one was. I've never seen that built up.
Yeah.
Really?
And it was huge.
It's been one that was on
48 scale ones, like.
Somebody texted one around the show circuit. The US bomber.
Yeah, was it the Saxig?
I think it could be, and there's one on there, and it is. I had one. I sold it in the end. I got rid of it because it was moosive. It's an impressive thing, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And actually, being a monogram kit, it's actually quite a nice kit.
Yeah.
You built it ages ago, didn't you, Phil, when you were a kid?
Oh, I did it as a kid. Yeah, it is. It's huge. It used to live on top of my wardrobe as a kid because where else are you going to put it?
Did you brush paint it with Humbrol number 11?
I did, yes.
Did it have brush marks in it?
Probably. And it had really bad silvering. So I'm trying to put the decals on.
Round brush.
Yes. I think I did it with like a 1-inch brush. Bob Ross it.
Just aerosol can it?
No,
just
I didn't.
From Brian in the chat before it disappears off the page. Is it true that the new Airfix 124 spit is being moulded here?
Yes.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
We actually had a discussion, didn't we, on Thursday? Because you were on about the answer, weren't you? And I was on about my project down here that can't be mentioned. Did I mention it yesterday on my vlog or not? I didn't, did I? I've kept it, yeah. Because the styrene's changed and it's really nice. I like the styrene. I think it's really nice styrene.
Yes, I agree.
And we thought actually but it hasn't actually. No, the two that we've got.
Is it back to like the styrene in the Lightning and the Nimrod? Is it that sort of style?
I tell you what, I've got some pictures from the review. The review's up if people want to see it. But first of all, if you look at the sprues, they are thinner. The actual, sprue gates are thinner and things. It's not like sometimes they have that quite chunky sprueness. There's no real sort of burring massively on the sprues either.
Call it a sprue.
All right, runner.
It's a runner.
It's a bloody sprue.
Hey, that's intricate, isn't it?
It is, and it's got gorgeous detail. But if you look at these, the biggest part to look out for is how shiny the sprues are. It's got that real shininess to it. It hasn't got that sort of very matte finish. So again, it just crispens up all the parts. It's little changes like this, I think, really make the difference. But as I say, it's one of those where it's actually very fine attachment points onto it as well.
Yeah,
but the plastic's harder.
It's that nice darker grey plastic, isn't it? Sort of
You can
Edward
tell
S. sort
the
of.
detail sharper in it, isn't it? It doesn't tell that softness that they often have.
But as you say, with the actual, the fabric covers on here and
That
the
looks
skinning and
nice.
things, it looks really, really nice.
I like the Anderson.
Yeah.
I really do like the Anderson. That is, yeah. The funny thing is, I was looking at thing this morning, and the old classic airframes one.
Yeah.
I think Special Hobby has got some of the molds, and they're re-releasing that in 48. And I'm like, why? I know. Obviously, that don't make money for Special Hobby, the Airfix one and stuff. But now that one's out, why would you go and try and tackle the old classic airframes kit over that?
Yeah.
If you want an Anderson, you wouldn't, would you?
No. But it's actually a really, really nice kit.
Ooh.
What with the Coastal Command colours? Yeah.
I really, that's light and smart, isn't it?
It is really smart.
Is the mass set out for it yet?
Well, no, I don't think so yet. Somebody did ask me a question like, is any aftermarket available yet?
No,
so I don't
it
think
will
so.
be. It will be.
Come.
We're getting also, especially with that greenhouse canopy as well, because you're actually going to see the detail, so that they could get to town with 3D printing and all that.
Yeah. Again, to me, one of the highlights of this kit is the clear parts. They are so clear.
Ooh.
And they're very, very thin as well. They're nice and sharp,
Because I like how they've done the nose as well.
So you've got two types of nose. You've got obviously the more chiseled and the sort of more aerodynamic type onto it as well. But these clear parts are absolutely gorgeous. They are as good as anybody's I've ever seen. So
that's sort of very Tamiya-esque, isn't it, where they sort of build the nose into.
That's what I'm saying. It's a it's a good idea.
I don't know why everyone's not really cottoned on to that.
Yeah, blend it in instead of having it part of it. Just blend it in. Yeah. So, but again, I just really see a good step forward. Let's face it, with a lot of manufacturers, and said it in the review as well, it's the same kit every time, but there's no forwardness, and that's something we used to see in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. Each manufacturer, you get something better. They would be thinner plastic. They would do something slightly different, and this is really just because obviously CAD was coming mainstream now, and obviously injection molding was getting better, and you could do thinner bits. You always had something coming along, but we found over the last sort of 10 years, I reckon now, nothing's really changed. We had slide molding and things like that come down, but the actual level of detail never really improved. But again, some manufacturers have stayed consistent, others have just made little steps moving along. But Airfix, actually, this is one of those kits where it's a big step up. Last kit review I did was for the Buccaneer, and then obviously you've got this one. This one is ahead of the Buccaneer. The Buccaneer is nice, and then obviously we're hoping with the Spitfire, when that comes out, we're going to see some bits in there, because obviously it's been manufactured in the UK. So we're just hoping that the styrene might be better and sharper and crisper, perhaps, than the softer stuff that we've been seeing coming out of India over recent years.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, though. That was manufactured in India, and the kit, and it's different styrene, so they've got to have changed it, whether it's coming out of the UK, India, or from Mars. They've obviously changed something, because it's better. It's a lot better styrene. It's a lot nicer.
Yeah.
So perhaps they've given the brief. They want to change it because of the complaints of the soft stuff. I don't know. It'd be nice if actually even the tool kits that are out are manufactured in the new styrene.
Yes. Yeah.
So that'd be something to see.
Going back to the clear parts, I mean, you get manufacturers that have toyed with it, and this has a Gower kit is a classic example. The Marauder, there's two little windows in the rear wing fillet on the tailplanes. So what they've done, they molded the whole tailplane in clear plastic.
Yeah.
So all you've got to do is mask up the little windows, and there's no messy cleanup or anything.
No.
And I've never understood why manufacturers haven't cottoned on and done that.
Just a quick one, John. Your vintage classic kit you've been sent?
Yeah.
What's the styrene like in that?
Just while he's getting it, Tilkin says they've definitely made a step change in their products now, Airfix.
Even the...
it's the... It's that old style, typical Airfix light grey.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Like chewing gum.
Is it? Mine's in the grey, that colour grey, but it's not the same soft styrene.
You mean I've got to open the bag on my...
Yeah, go on. Cut into your brand new bag. Look, there you go. You're on camera. Sorry.
Hang on.
Two Heads Talking also said shouldn't get brush marks in Humber 11. Phil 48.5 or whatever he uses now might not.
Yeah.
Phil 8.5.
48 and 3/4.
Yeah, I'm 49 and 3/4 now.
49 and 3/4.
Yeah, I was a younger person then. I was only about 10 or 11.
So, John. John? You there?
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like the old style Airfix plastic, but
It's harder.
I mean, it's going to flex because it's a great big thin long wing. But yeah, I think it probably is harder.
It's not that soft.
It's not that soft soapy stuff. No.
No, it's definitely a different styrene. I like it. I think it's just got a bit more
Yeah.
ping to it.
It feels, yeah, it's not a dull thud. It's a bit of a
Yeah.
Those runners look like something out of the 70s.
Well, they are.
Yeah.
65.
1870s.
1870.
Yeah, so maybe they have changed the plastic.
It's good if they have, but I actually didn't mind the other plastic, the softer stuff, because it did take extra thin good, but I think it took it too well, where it was just too.
It used to melt.
But I think that
lot.
again was more down to my application of extra thin, as we were discussing the other night, rather than actually the styrene. It's just too much glue, where it just.
Yeah, the problem with it was you never got nice crisp detailing on it, did you? With like panel lines and stuff. It could always look a bit soft and
yeah. But interesting. Now we'll see if they continue down the road with that product. Good. What's in your jam jar?
Oh yeah, I'm on that one. Water.
Oh, is that your water? Is it?
Yeah, for when I sand.
Don't it go a bit stagnant with the lid on?
It
No,
stops
it's
it
only for
evaporating.
sanding. Stops it evaporating, and it's only for sanding.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Oh, should get one of these, John. They're really handy. Just squirt a bit of water down and happy days.
I had some in a jar on top of me spray.
Do I have to give him one now as well?
You need a spray. You need a spray bottle thing like we get for your plants.
I bought 6 of those bottles. I think I'm down to 4.
I had some water on top of my spray booth because it's in direct line of the window. And going green.
It's got algae growing in it.
Growing some friends in it.
It's like a science experiment in there. He's got his own ecosystem.
I don't know where it's gone now, actually. I'll wash it out, but I don't know what's happened to the bottle.
You could get some frog spawn and see if you can,
It'll be that thing from Simpsons, isn't it, where he's got his food under his bed that time and it turns into a complete new, group and they decide to leave the planet.
I would say, actually, that was a good tip of yours, Matthew, with me wet palette. I went down Holford's and bought a great big tub of distilled water. And yeah, it stops your little foam bit going mouldy and everything, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, yeah. It is, yeah. To be honest, we've got a dehumidifier and that does the same job, doesn't it? Just recycle the water. Just recycle the water, the dehumidifier and distilled water, in it.
Yeah.
So, yes. Get 2 for 1, save the planet and all that.
This is it.
Because Leslie goes to me, I'm going to use the water to water the plants. I'm like, I like that because I can put it in my wet palette and clean my brushes with it because it's purified, isn't it?
It is, yes. No. So yeah, if you've got a dehumidifier or if you've got like a tumble dryer, one of those ones with what do you call it?
A tumble
condensing one. You could use the water out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only problem with that is you can get some of the soap residue in it as well, can't
Fluff
you?
in it. Fluff and bits.
Fluff, yeah. Just have to filter the fluff. Sea monkeys, that's what you need.
Sea monkeys, God, do you remember them?
That's what Andy needs for Christmas, some sea monkeys.
It's a wonder they haven't done that for cruelty to animals, sea monkeys.
God, yeah. Isn't that just like plankton?
Basically, yeah.
Isn't it? Sea monkeys.
David says, John, does the Marauder kit go together well?
Yeah, it does. Has a gower in it. I've no issues yet. The windows, the clear parts in the fuselage were a bit iffy, but like I say, when we were talking Thursday night, extra thin.
Yeah.
And then just a bit of Mr. Surface around the edges, sand it back, and yeah, they're fine.
It's not as good as my vintage Airfix version, I have to say. The windows fit in that kit.
But yeah, no, typical Hasegawa. No issues with it.
Yeah.
We're just saying in chat about Chris is saying about he's got a 70-second Gecko sub that's 4 foot long. So that's a huge kit. Talking of subs, I did go on a hunt after Thursday night show where we were discussing that section, and I'm just looking for it now. For the 1/35th scale with the conning tower and the deck gun.
Oh, the border models kit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Got it
Right,
pre-order.
appeared
We
to-
got it up on pre-order, Phil.
Oh, right, that'll be easier to find. Hold on, let me grab it from there then. So, where are we?
When you find it for 420 scale model says Airfix has definitely got better. But what I love about Airfix is the nostalgia, because as a kid, all I did was Airfix. I agree with me, like, yeah. And also, Matt has got the MG magnet, haven't you?
I'll tell you what, something's turned up today.
And sort of saying about remembering building that when.
Look, something's turned up in the post I was going to shoot off to, and there's probably.
I bet that's a helicopter.
It could be a helicopter, or I don't know what's it. I don't know. I might open it in a bit. Should I do a live unboxing?
I think you should do a live. I was going to do a live one with Metropolis here.
Yeah. Let me just take our address label off then, because
No, we need to send all my junk mail to you.
you really don't want to know where we live.
Talking of junk mail, somebody tell me, how comes I'm suddenly getting bombarded by removal companies?
Because you're moving, obviously.
Apparently.
Did you place up for sale?
You would think.
Has someone sold something near you?
Well, I don't know, but literally I've got removal companies daily. We had 3 yesterday. We had 2 the day before, for all these different removal companies. And it's like, what the hell's that about? And who sold them that information? And no, I'm not moving. But it's like, where's that all suddenly come from? Literally completely out of the blue.
Might be Amazon Alexa probably listening to something you've been
Probably.
saying.
The thing is, companies sell their databases with all your addresses on. That's the problem. That's why you get stuff that you're not expecting to get.
I think it may be, because obviously we remortgaged and things. It's just stuff like that. Somebody sold the details, which I won't go on to that one about. That's an entire new thing.
What?
About selling company details and personal details.
Oh, yeah. Blimey, this is a big box. If I can actually find the...
I say, considering what I think's in it, it's massive.
Well, it'd be funny when his rabbit falls out of that. Yeah. Does it vibrate?
Got power tools and stuff like that. Here we go. Ooh, can't say it's not well packaged.
Okay, you save that for the store.
Oh!
Is that it? It's an Airfix kit. I can see it's an Airfix kit.
Hey mate, now this is a big box for a little kid.
Oh, it's
Actually,
a baby
not
Puma.
the one I thought it was, actually.
Oh yes.
Baby
Oh,
Puma.
no, that's the one I thought it was, yeah.
Hey, that's a minter.
That's a good one, that is. Yeah.
That is cool. So that'll go in my big 30-second one that got off Alice.
So,
I
yeah.
do like the Puma, and we've always said this is such an underrepresented subject in any kit form, isn't it? So I own that one, and then for the other ones, Alan Beck. I remember we did a deal, so I've got the 30-second Matchbox one, which these are all envious of. I can tell by the look on the boxes.
You've got I'm tempted now. That little Airfix one.
I told you I've got another one coming because I'm
Another one
thinking,
coming,
do
yeah.
you want one?
I haven't that is probably my favourite helicopter of the RAF. I do like the Puma.
Hey, look.
There you go.
And this is from that age, not like we were saying, where you've got a bit of internal detail, and actually the Airfix kits of the 70s and that were good. I know they weren't recessed or anything, but actually they were all right. So look at that.
Nice.
I like the Puma. It's actually quite nice, riveting. Usual bits have fell off the sprue, but it is there by the looks of it. And the bonus with this kit now, you can get a mass set, which is always
a pleasure.
Well, it is for me, isn't it? That's the selling point. So, yeah, pleased with that. that can sit there with a Lynx. There you go. Look,
The box
little
looks brand new.
Airfix helicopter selection. Hey,
The box looks brand new.
It does.
That
It's
it
a
is,
mint
isn't it?
one. That is. That's
that is
really
a
nice.
Really, really good box. Yeah. Yeah, happy with that. Gotta say.
It was. I agree, Mark. The Puma is a great looking helicopter.
It is, and it's just like I say. I don't know why there's not more kits of it. I suppose because it's not got rockets hanging off it or a big gun.
Well, you could do it like Rambo, because that's what that was a Puma.
Yeah.
It was, weren't it? What, made into an MI-24?
Yeah, it looked just like it. You know, a hind is quite a slinky thing, and they used a Puma. It's like a bloody drumstick.
You know what? Everybody will now be looking for Pumas now. So,
yeah, that's it. Puma. That's right. You're okay. You've got them.
Just a thing as well. You know that is an immense little kit. For its age. I've just been doing a bit of test fitting, so yeah, happy with that. Good bargain. Well, I wouldn't say bargains, but good purchases. Have you ever built that? Have you ever built the Puma?
I've never built the Puma.
Yeah,
not
I've done
that
the
one.
Puma, and
I've done the 32nd one, but not that one.
That Lynx is the only Lynx I've ever built. The Army one. Back when I was a kid.
I think that is.
I think I might have done that Lynx actually at one time.
What about in chat? Have they ever built them?
You need to do it. Adam's just pointing out that it's probably because when I said about that I was moving the studio down to the unit, that now, because Google's listening to everything, I'm on a mailing list and now I've been sent down. So, yes.
Oh.
So when you start getting on a mailing list for coffins and funeral parlours you want to worry about.
Yeah, that's it. I've had that one now because I'm almost 50 for, like, you know, funeral plans and that type of stuff comes through all the time.
Actually, did you realise you can actually buy coffins from Amazon?
Can you?
Because we were talking,
really?
About it said that Amazon sell everything. I said, I bet they don't sell coffins. So she had to look in the air. They do sell coffins.
Wow.
On Amazon.
Unbelievable, that.
Yes.
I said, they do one Prime so you can get them next day.
Yeah, you need one in a hurry.
Planning ahead.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm surprised they don't sell the plots to go with them.
Yeah.
You get a full deal. The Amazon funeral. Oh dear.
Yeah, a few people had the Lynx back in the 80s.
It's a good little kit. Yeah, it looks all right, and it seems to get together. And like I say, it's an Army Lynx, and a lot of them are Navy Lynxes, aren't they? So, yeah.
Must be a few years ago. Somebody I used to work with asked me if anyone did a Army Air Corps Lynx, because he actually was a gunner in one of them, and I couldn't for life remember who did one. Because they're all the ones that are Navy ones, aren't they?
Yeah, I think it's only Airfix. I can't think of any others. Yeah, different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cool. Right, shall we have a look at this little one then? Because this little guy we've been on about for ages.
Yeah. Get C-3PO's grandma up.
So we got C-3PO's grandmother. I've been after this one for ages, and finally it has turned up. Where are we? We go for this one.
What exactly is this called, Phil?
Oh, wrong one. Sorry. Hold on. I've lost the thing here. Hold on. Where's my overhead? There you go. This is called the Metropolis from the Machine and Jäger, right?
fluent German there.
There's a story to this because I don't know if anyone knows, but you might have seen this in quite a famous video.
Yeah.
Radio Gaga. But the thing is, they bought the rights to the film to be able to use it in the video. So, yes, if you're a Queen fan, this could be for you, because Queen actually owns the rights still to this day, I do believe, of this particular kit. So, but yeah, there we go. Anyway, look, still sealed. So we'll just do a quickie unboxing here, because to be honest, I want to know what it's like.
You get the throne as well, don't you?
Sorry?
You get the throne with it, so you can have it seated.
I don't know. This is why we're here. We'll find out. Hold on.
Just saying, it's a groundbreaking film. Hey, look, you get the
gold plastic.
Yeah, look, don't need painting.
Bandai-esque, that is.
It is. Oh, look, there she is. Wow. Got quite a bum for a robot, but hey. Wow. You've got arms and legs. Do we know how tall this thing is built?
No,
Did it say what scale it is on the box?
No.
Probably either 1/9 or 1/6, isn't it?
Well,
Actually
Action
give a
Man's
scale.
1/6, isn't it? The 1/6 would be 1 foot tall if it was.
But yeah, you get a full baselet. Crikey, we can recreate the scene.
Yeah.
Bit of blurb on the back. But yeah. Different. Very, very different.
Yeah.
To be honest, it looks very Mobius-like, but better. Not as flashy. Just that the attachment points are big, you know? So, like, if you ever built a Mobius kit, you know what I mean. But, so yeah, that looks very nice. We've got a bit of a thing down in here. Good work. One and done.
Not going to take a bit of seam lines to clean up, though.
Yeah, there will be a little bit of clean up and that.
Mind you, I presume the costume had seam lines for it to get in it. So
Well,
they're supposed to be there, I take it.
I would have thought so, yeah. Well, actually, it doesn't look too bad at all, does it?
You could build it now. Go on, build it now while we're here.
To a complete live build, we're doing it.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
why not?
you do. It's nice how you get the little stand or the throne.
Yeah.
So, yes. Wow. But no, it doesn't actually give a scale.
Have you actually ever watched the real film?
Well, I've seen it on YouTube.
Clips of it or the
Clips
actual
of it,
film?
yeah, clips of it on YouTube. But yeah. Very nice. So there you go. If you want something a little bit different, and that's clearly what this is. C-3PO's great-grandmother.
You've built a C-3PO, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
Go and pull it out of your cabinet and put it next to the torso and you'll see what scale it is.
Right, hold on.
And our
unplugged me
similarly
here.
are.
Hold on.
Let's have a look. See, I'm sure on the pre-order I put what scale it was.
I thought
bit
you did as well,
dusty.
to be honest. I'm sure it's like 1/9 scale or something.
It's
Oh, here
better.
it is. It's smaller. C-3PO smaller.
Yeah, definitely a lot smaller.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
Mm.
yeah. Have you got a C3PO the same size as the stormtrooper and things?
Yeah, my stormtroopers are upstairs, the big ones. So yeah, I think don't think it's as big as the stormtroopers.
According to the pre-order I put up, it was 1/8 scale. So
Oh, okay. So that's what it must be then.
yeah,
Because we'd never get it wrong.
no, never.
Never.
No, we just get it from the supplier.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I copied and pasted that off the supplies info. So
something different, isn't it?
Never mind. I'll do a proper review of that next week. We can have a proper look-see. But yeah, it looks very interesting, actually. Okay, I'm never going to get that back in the box.
Are you
Christmas said, would
sure?
you build a clean or corroded?
Well, to be honest, me and Matt were discussing this week, weren't we? And I was saying that maybe originally I was going to use a certain product, but might not now. Might do it in chrome just to be different.
Are you going to do all the lighting as well for like the effects?
Well, it does come with it, doesn't it? It's got all the clear lights for the throne, go around the throne.
Oh yeah, could LED it.
So
That'd
you
be
can
cool.
put LEDs into it, yeah, and light her up.
Yeah,
Could make
cool,
it like
isn't
a disco.
Yeah, put some strobes in.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Get your cigar out and blow a bit of smoke onto it, and
Yeah, you could do your own effects, Phil.
I could, yes. Have a little smoke of a machine behind, puffing around and
Light it up and
that
everything.
comes.
Yeah,
With Radio Gaga playing.
yeah, absolutely. Yes.
So, yes.
there's your Thanksgiving build sorted.
It is. I thought I might do that for the turkey shoot.
Can you manage that in 4 days?
I think so. Yes. Trouble is, if you did do it in the chrome, you'd have to let it dry before you could touch it. You know?
Yeah.
So, unless you sprayed it all on the sprue and then just did it for touch-ups afterwards, well, let it completely cure off for a week.
Yeah.
yeah, the Mer Crazy says is his German grandma.
Mm.
Jez has just put, what's the best way to strip the horrible chrome off plastic parts? Bleach.
Bleach in a bag, zip bag.
Bleach in a zip bag and it strips them off within minutes and you get just back to normal styrene.
Mm-hmm.
Carl says hi from Telford.
Ah, see, look.
Hello, Carl from Telford.
Have you found Nathan yet? Go and shout at him.
Yeah, go and see Nathan.
Go and see Nathan.
Yeah, he's bound to be bored there by now, so everyone go and see him.
I need to give him my list.
Yeah, he needs a list.
So we could go and see Justin at the bookshop.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, Hobby Time says it is a 1/8 scale kit.
There you go. It is.
So we're okay there. Alan says he's hello, for a gentleman from North Queensland. So yes.
Hello.
Congratulations to the ladies for the rugby. New Zealand, that is, clearly. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Was a good game.
Close.
Close, yes.
When's the cricket final? T20. When do we play? Is it Pakistan we're playing?
Yes,
today?
I think so. Is it today? Yeah, I think
Is
it's
that today as well, is it?
Yeah.
Blimey.
We're on fire at the moment. So
What, we could lose 2 finals in one day. Hope not.
Rugby league final next week, isn't it? It's England against the Aussies.
Yeah.
And then
I
it's
don't do cricket at all.
I like T20 cricket. It's exciting. I like T20 cricket. I'm not into the longer formats, but T20 cricket is. Yeah, I won't mind going to see the 100 as well when the 100's on. Because it's a couple of hours, isn't it? That's about my time scale of I can sit and watch something, and I think it's fast. It's bit. Yeah, it is, seriously. It's a bit fast and furious. If that was around when I was a kid, I would have played T20 cricket, all that, because I just never was interested in it enough because of the test match and oh god, like bowl defend and all that. And it's just like
tea and tiffin.
Yeah, let's go for a cup of tea and then we're back and bowl defend. And
I remember going to my grandparents for a couple of weeks for some holiday while mum and dad were probably on some exotic holiday somewhere without me. And all that was on telly all the time was just cricket.
Yeah.
And it just
We used to go down with, when we finished school, used to go down the county ground, Somerset's ground, and the old boys on the gate had let us in for nothing, just to watch the end of the day play.
Just to get some people in.
Yeah, you can't do it now. It's like Fort Knox down there.
Yes. Alan says in Australia we call New Zealand the Eastern States. Yeah, I know. Sean, I agree. I'm going to go for the Border Models 35th scale conning tower. I quite fancy doing that. And I'm going to have a go at Tackham's deck gun. The big... Oh, hello. Is that... What the hell is going on? What happened there? Matthew, what have you pressed?
what's he doing?
I have no idea.
He's disappeared.
He just went all funny. Didn't you see him disappear? It's like he's been sucked into a portal.
His internet's dropped out.
Right, okay, sorry. Down to 3. Don't worry about that one down there. That's fine. He might pop up again and then John will move, but they're all moving in a minute and it'll screw up all my angles.
It looks like he's been swallowed by a black hole or something.
He's been beamed up. But the weird thing is now he's been beamed up out of John's, because for some reason John's mirrored it. But yeah,
boys.
I don't know. I have no idea what he's done. He's clearly still here, otherwise it wouldn't do it. Ooh, don't put your hand in there, John. You'll lose your hand. Yeah, need a TARDIS sound. If you had put that on over that, that'd be brilliant.
I'll mute myself and I'll
go and give him a slap. Sorry, coffee time. It's in cough me guts up, so let me stop that. There we go. All good. It's right, we'll try and get him back. Anyone got any questions? Yeah, there's F1 this weekend. It was the qualifying yesterday, and we've got the sprint race today. Penultimate race of the season.
Tom in chat says, I was packed off to a youth hostel as a kid in the Lake District, and I only lived 20 miles from the lakes. Well, my parents jetted off to Spain for 2 weeks.
And then he's put at the end of that, I clearly wasn't loved as a kid. It depends if you got brothers and sisters who did go.
They obviously didn't do the child goes for free deals
Yes.
back in those days.
No, I can go with that, Tom, because I was the same as a youth growing up. I was packed off to my grandparents for weeks on end whilst my parents went away on business trips, some very exotic ones and that, all around the world. And that was it. That's why, to be honest, is my story of modelling, because my parents used to do that thing of literally buy the biggest, most complicated model to keep me quiet, what they thought, for 2 weeks. So that's why I did that. The Peacemaker would have been exactly that type of kit. I would have been about 10 years old and I was given the Peacemaker because they would have gone in there and just said, what's the biggest kit you got? And they would have gone, that'll do. That'll keep him quiet. He'll be still building that when we came home. No, he wasn't. He would have finished that in 2 days.
Mine was Action Man. They used to buy me the biggest Action Man thing that you could get. Like an Action Man Scorpion tank or something. Yeah, or either the Action Man horse with the mount of the lifeguard or whatever.
Right.
That was like, again, from holidays, trip holidays that they used to do.
That
and
trips away.
Leave me at home. Yeah.
Bye.
Adam's asking, does anyone know anything about the DBMK 148 Scimitar? And is it likely to be a pre-order kit? Not heard of that.
I haven't either. That's a new one on me.
No, I haven't heard of that either.
Let me have a look.
Who are DBMK?
Hold on, we're looking now. Have you noticed my mouse is working today, everyone? That's after I have the thing. DBMK are doing a 148 scale Supermarine.
I have actually seen the ad of this, yeah.
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 It's this one. There it is.
Yeah.
So,
Where are they from then? I've never heard of that, DBMK.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out about them. Hold on, unless somebody knows in chat.
Well, Jamie says they're UK. The new brand. And they're at Telford, apparently.
Oh, right.
All right.
I'll have to get Nathan to scout that out.
Apparently they're doing a Sea Hornet as well.
Yeah, doing a 30-second normal Hornet.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, Super Scimitar Hornet. 30-second Hornet would be nice.
No, that's a new one on me. Don't know those. We'll have to do a little bit of research on that one. Can't actually find a website for them. Lots of things obviously on the internet about it. Be quite nice to do the old, as you say, this scimitar. They got one of them at Yeovilton, didn't they? Part of the deck experience.
Have they?
Yeah, because you've got
with the
Trump
two
big one, didn't they?
Sorry, I've got a really loud mouse, everyone. Need a quieter one.
This your new one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not.
Jamie says new release announced at 1400 at Telford.
Oh.
Today. Get Nathan to stand by.
2 o'clock. Right. Okay.
Who's that with?
Well, it's got their own stand there, have they?
Is that DBMK, is it?
Have we heard from Matthew? Is he coming back? Because I've got my phone here.
Yeah, he said he was coming back on. He was restarting his computer. Said his internet had gone down, but he thought it was his computer.
Oh, right.
He was restarting it, and it's not.
So we've still got that black cloud hanging there.
Yeah.
I don't even know why that's there.
Oh, his phone went back.
Don't tell his laptop's playing up again. Well, look, we're going to listen in then.
Trumpy didn't know. What was it Trumpy did? Oh, was it an attacker? Attacker, wasn't it? Trumpy did.
Yes, they did the
I'm going to remove him from the course. Apology if I remove you, John, because...
Is it not letting him back in?
No, so I'm going to remove him from the call.
Hold on. Let me just go to me because it's going to... They've just disconnected themselves, everyone. Brilliant. Hold on. I'm sure they'll be back shortly, but they've literally just ended the call. 1 second whilst I just try and sort this out because he's actually just disconnected me. Hold on. Let me call back. Right. Should we try that again? You just disconnected me, you prat.
Well, I'll kick Matt out as well, but I don't know how to kick you out at the same time.
Right, he's still not there.
Things are then try and... Right.
Or what we can do, I can talk to everybody else. We'll just keep this going and then we'll all just come back in separately.
You can tell this is live.
Yeah, we haven't had problems like this for ages. I blame Nathan earlier.
Oh, dear.
So what we do, we're all going to exit and try logging back in?
Yeah, if we all come out, I'll let me go and keep everyone company whilst you lot go and do that. Right?
Right.
And I'll just log out and then you guys all log me back in. Right, sorry about this, everybody. Technical hitches. Quick, we're alone. We can talk about them now. It's fine. Right, okay, hold on. Let me just keep this somewhat open so I can see. Hopefully you're all okay. There we go. Right. Even Nathan's showing us online. Right, 1 second, everybody. Technical hitch. We'll just try and get them back here. Right, well, apparently Matt's now not online, but the other two are. So, hold on, we're off. Right, where's he then?
Good question.
I was panicking then because me Skype's all changed. Everything's moved.
Yes. So, never mind. We'll just try and get Matt back in. Just need to try and pop him in, and we'll be fine.
It says it's not available for the call. It says not on this call. But
so what's that black bit in between me and?
I say it's something to do with the way I've done the screen. It's my side. It's not yours. It's me.
Oh, right.
It's just for the viewers at home. It's like a placemaker. Otherwise, you lot would all be pixelated all over the place. So it'll be all right. Right. Quick questions coming through. Phil, I've nearly run out of your Sanders. What make would you guys now? And what ones would you recommend? Yours were fab. They were indeed. To be honest, I can't recommend anybody else's because I've got enough to keep me going for the rest of my life. Clearly. But so I don't know who else's the ones. The only one that everyone does mention are very similar to what ours were was the Infini models ones out of Korea. And to be honest with you, and this is a small little spoiler, that's where mine used to come from. So if you want to, I've got a feeling they might even come out of the same factory, the same manufacturer. So
2 seconds, sorry.
Is he ringing?
I don't know of anyone that does the skinny ones though.
No, I don't know anyone who does skinny ones yet or anything else. But I imagine now I'm out of the market for them, you might find that other companies will do skinny ones and stuff like that. To be honest with you, my only piece of advice I would give is not to buy the ones that are used for nail files. There's lots of companies out there that sell you which are just nail files. So you might as well go on Amazon and buy nail files because you will pay a quarter of the price for a nail file that you will off. And it was the only difference between my company and other people's company, as far as I know, and bearing in mind there's only probably around about 10 manufacturers in the world who make them, that we were the only one that used to make our own grade of sandpaper and things into them. So it wasn't like it was just a normal one off the shelf. Everybody else's you'll buy out there tends to be like 100, 200 grit, 300 grit. The reason for that is they are standard grit sizes, which you can just buy off the peg anywhere. And then you just have made into what you want. We were a little bit different because we used to use off grits to make it better for working with plastic. But again, I think Infini, as far as I am aware, are the only ones who actually do that. So,
I mean, I'm lucky. I've built up a nice stash over the years. Just steal stuff every time you go down Phil's.
Well, this is it. I used to have a nice pot behind me of all my seconds, and I used to grab all of those. But anyway, it's one of those. But I do think the Infini ones seem to be very, very nice, and I'm not going to say they are the same, but they are incredibly close to the same stuff we used to use. And because I know for a fact they come out of pretty much the same factory that mine used to come out of as well. What else have we got? Just seeing on here. Krista's making his own panel liners using, obviously, I assume that is just a little bit of enamel thinners in oils. Apparently, you need to search nail art finishing stick. That's what we're saying. The trouble with the ones that you're going to use for nail and for beauty products ones is they tend to be rip styrene. They're very, very coarse on styrene. You need something a little bit softer because most of their grits work from 80 to sort of 200, and they're the working grits. Apparently, you can get something called sanding twigs. There's another company that does skinny ones like sanding stick twigs. Albion Alloy Sanders. There's a story to that, which I think a lot of people from old school will know about. They are the reason, not Albion Alloys, but the company who supply Albion Alloys, those Sanders, is the company I worked with, and they wouldn't supply me. So that's why I manufactured my own back in the day, which would have been 12 years ago now. If you're using 1,000 to 20,000 grit, they're pure polishers. So you want things that are 400 grit, 480, where we used to be. 480 is always a good grit.
There's always good old wet and dry paper from.
Yeah.
Else Micromesh, innit? They do a lot of sanding products.
Mm-hmm. Micromesh were the original ones that used to do it on the polishing side. Then they sort of went out into everything else. But the Microsoft one back in the sort of early 2000s, they were really good, those sanding pads. Rafal says, "Hi Phil, do you intend to open up the comment section on YouTube in the near future?" To be honest, never have. We've never had it as a open thing. I don't see it as, again, it's one of these weird things. I know a lot of people, especially from YouTube, will just see me as a YouTuber. I never see myself as a YouTuber. So that's why I don't have comments on there, because I never have a chance to answer any or to go in and be part of YouTube, because obviously we've got our main site and that's what we do. We use YouTube to put videos on. But don't forget, I think we're running currently around about 58% of all videos never go onto YouTube. They're just all privately ones that are on the actual main site. So that's why I don't really have comment sections on social media, full stop. Obviously we're on it because we use it, but that's about it. And we said, to be honest, we've got a new thing now of Patreon. You can upload videos direct to Patreon, so it would never be on YouTube either. So we have got that option as well to do that now. So, yeah, it's just one of those things. I know a lot of people see me as a YouTuber, but I don't. So, Pete says that the Rapide model looks great. You guys need to visit. Oh my God, I've got my glasses here to get. Hold on. We need to visit where? Ciliona Airways. They've got our Rapide GHH-AG. Very nice. How much is the flight for the one in Duxford? Do we know?
I have no idea. I wouldn't have thought it'd be cheap, would it?
Well, I don't know. Could be nice to do it.
Matt's obviously having some technical difficulty.
Yes. And then, as you can tell, our technical advisor for the company is trying to get him back on. Has he tried turning it on and off? Or tell Leslie to get off of Netflix. Oh no, it's all right. He can hear us. Change of subject entirely. I'm going through a house move at the moment, which is beyond stressful. It is. And means no modelling. However, I just would like to take the opportunity to thank Phil and the team and the whole Flory family for helping me de-stress with all the content and comments and laughs. No problem, Lee. As somebody who's moved a lot in my life, I know exactly what you mean. At one point, we were averaging a move every 3 years. People used to say, is it my dad avoiding tax? Has he pressed delete, alt, and Windows key or whatever it is? Do an end task. Krista says, has anyone tried the new Trumpeter electric sander polisher? There's a story to this, which I'll give you the behind the scenes. A company approached me about 2 years ago with something almost identical to that, to have it branded as a, Flory Models product and stuff. It was never going to float, but it was incredibly close to that. So basically, you've got a situation where you've got different shaped heads, and you could have pads with it and put them on. And I've noticed now there's another company and you can use it. Who's it? Is it Display? They've got a grinder type thing, which is very similar to the ones we've all got, which I must admit I use for polishing and things. And it's got variable speed. So, but yeah, these are absolutely great bits of kit. I use them for polishing windscreens and canopies, centre seams, stuff like that. Works an absolute treat. And you can use it for, it's the same type of thing. We've got this little guy, which has got all the pads on. So this is that thing we were talking about. Bought this is off of eBay. And literally, you've got a small spindle, you've got different size ones, and these are Velcro. You can either go directly onto here, so it's quite firm, but if you've got a sponge on it, it's quite soft and you can angle it. And then you've just got pads. So, like you've got 800 grip pad here. And then these just come along. So I'll get one. There we go. And they just stick onto here. And then you can grab one of these, pop it in here. And there you go, you are good to go. If I had something to sand, hold on, let me just grab something. Trust me, never everything needs a hand. There we go. So you can. And you can use it for sanding and stuff. You actually put it on square, clearly. Stops it falling off. There we go. But yeah. But because you've got a little head on it, as you can see where I've actually got a seam in there. So it will. But works really, really well. And this is just these heads on here. So these, what it is, I think AK's one is like a mini version. They're like, I don't know, 5mm across or something really small, aren't they? So. But they look quite nice. Something interesting, a bit different.
Yeah.
Is he all right? What's he doing?
He can't get on. He can call like me. He just called me individually.
Yeah.
And he can call me, but he can't for some reason join our ongoing call.
Well, can we join him then?
Yeah, but then you'll lose the connection, won't you?
No. We'll be fine. Because they're all connecting via me. You're not even on the system for what the guys see. So tell Matt to fire up and we're all connect onto him.
Will do.
Just looked on the Duxford site.
Yes.
You can do a 20-minute one over Cambridge, 99 for an individual, 179 for two.
All right, okay.
Or you can do Cambridge, Ely and Newmarket, 179 individual, 299 for two.
Right.
That's 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can do Landmarks of London, 70-minute flight, 229 for individuals, 399 for two.
Does that include a hostess service? I was thinking cucumber sandwiches and a cup of tea or a cream tea on the flight. That's not too bad. I thought it'd be a lot more than that. Phil, I've got a question about the Hobby 2000 Harrier. How would you apply the decal with a deck cord without any silvering on the carrier film? Carefully. It can be done. I've done it before. I'll tell you what's a great one as well is to dip the canopy. So with the deck cord, it depends if you're going to go inside, which is the correct way of doing it, or you're going to go outside. Obviously, outside conforms better because obviously on the inside, it tends to ruck up. So you need to sort of cut it and do the thing. What I would probably recommend is to cut as much as the carrier film off as possible. So you've got minimum in there. And then literally you put the decal on like you would normally, and then obviously roll all the air out, use your setting solutions and all the rest of it. And then by dipping it, hopefully you'll stop any silvering coming through. And to be honest, that's how I did the Hawk canopies, was by dipping them, because that's a decal deck cord.
He's going to individually call us now. So
okay.
Leave this call.
Okay.
So we've all got to log out, yeah?
So if you log out, I'll keep everyone amused here.
Yeah. So then you're going to come back to us when we're ready, yeah?
Yeah. Right. Okay, so let's just hit in with Mr. Matthew should be here. Hold on. No, failed. Oh. Let me try again. Let me just... Hold on, everyone. We'll get there. Okay, hold on. Right. So Matt's showing us no answer. 1 second, everybody. I'd be better off with Nathan, wouldn't I? To be honest, I should call Nathan now, and we'll go back to him. Right, here we go.
We don't want to call Phil first. We want to call
Hello.
Who's going to join us.
Hello, let me in.
He's going to entertain everybody.
Oh, right. See, sorry.
Hello. Can you hear me? Do apologise for this, everybody. Hold on. Ah, dear. Technology's great when it works. Look, I'm going to go and call Mr. Buller because he's dependable. John, are you on with anyone?
No.
I got through to Matt, but I couldn't see him, but I could hear him, but he couldn't hear me.
I could hear Matt and Andy.
Yeah, I can hear them, but I couldn't see them.
But I couldn't know.
Let me try and add participants. Look, should we add Pramjit? That'd be funny.
Yeah.
Right, let me just try and get Matt in. I think Matt is not going to be able to be on for the rest of the show because it's just playing up here. Hold on. It says we're calling him, but he's not answering. No, he's hopeless. See, and this is why, people, we don't have guests on the show, because it's a nightmare to get this to work. Normally it works absolutely flawless.
Hang on, Andy's calling me.
Right, go on. Oh, now I've lost both. I've lost everyone now. Right, hold on. Let me try and join this one. Right, hello? Oh, God. Hello?
Yeah, he can't get on at all.
All right, tell him not to worry about it. We'll sort it out afterwards.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have it like this then. That'll be fine. It'll be fine. We'll sort it out. Do apologise, everyone. This is live TV or whatever you call it these days. So yes. Can you hear me, Billy Bob? Come in. Right. Okay. So anyway, what is everybody building at the moment? That's the next question. What's everybody building? What kits do you recommend we all get on with? That's the thing. Hey, Alan, we are the funniest thing on the internet. You should know that. The people in YouTube, you should join us on a Thursday night when we just let rip with it all. Doesn't matter then. Is it too late to go to Telford? That's not nice. Anyone got 50p for Matt's meter? That's what you need. Oh, never mind. It's all good.
His wife was on Netflix, so he thought it might be that.
Right, probably.
But then he says all his internet had gone down, so he's going to restart his router. So he should be back with it this afternoon.
I must admit, I did have the other day. I was having real trouble, and I just couldn't get onto the internet. And I've got fibre to the door job, to the box and all the rest of it. Never have a problem. It's normally lightning fast. And but yeah, it wouldn't go. But anyway, restarted the router. Absolutely no problem at all.
Yeah,
cleared everything.
The thing is, Matt's
useless at tech.
Yeah, take what you want. He's not on.
No, Matt's yeah, but he's probably watching us. Matt's a Scrooge, and he probably pays the least amount he can for his internet.
Yeah, he buys all these second-hand kits and all these airbrushes and stuff, but he's on like the basic dial-up for internet because he won't pay it.
Yeah.
Anyway, lots of people building some great stuff down in here. We got Chris, and he's doing the JR 2020 Camaro NASCAR. Chase Elliott, very nice. Well,
Yeah,
look, Dave's doing the Airfix 24 scale Harrier.
There you go, Phil.
But
well, you can join him with it, look.
Shush now, John. Shush. Just shush. David's priming something. It's moving very quick now. Everyone's talking. Hold on, let me just grab it. Hold it. There we go. David's priming the 72nd scale F8E Crusader. Very nice indeed. Are we allowed to talk about that yet? Or are we? No, all right, forget that. There could be a Crusader coming out by someone. Just saying. Just putting that out there. Anyway, Tom's working on a BF 109F 32nd scale Messerschmitt. So very nice as well. And he's trying to pluck up the courage to do the Zucamori one. Oh, you'll be fine. It's a great kit.
Just go for it.
Absolutely throw yourself in. When those bits where you're like, oh, I don't want to wait. I want to wait till my skills improve. Oh, just do it. Absolutely throw yourself into it. That's what happened with Stranger Things. This is true. That's pretty much what we do here. Jamie's finished his KI-84 and now he's back on with his post-apocalyptic AN2 with toilet. Great job on that one. Jamie, I have to say, you have a style of modelling. Let's just put it this way. I was on the internet the other day and a picture of yours came up and I knew it was your work. Didn't even have to look at the description on it because it was absolutely brilliant. It was fantastic. Adam's working on Spitfires and he's doing more Spitfires for the Greebly build. Dirk says, bloody Bluetooth headsets constantly turn themselves off. Trevor's working on the Academy 35th scale K200 A1. Chris is on the 35th Trumpeter KB1. Very nice. Matt's on the internet of Christmas past. Andrew's doing the FX 72nd Vampire, which is a lovely little kit.
Yeah, nice little kit, that.
It is. Paul's currently working on the Airfix 72nd Tornado GR4. Wow, the Airfix one. There is other options, I'm just saying. Yeah. There's some great kits out there, you know. You could save yourself a lot of hassle. Ross is working on, what's that? A what? It's a something Sycamore in coastal white.
Glencoe Sycamore.
Yes. Very nice. I do like aircraft in white. Am I the only one? I like Coastal Command colours in the white and things like that. That's probably why I like the Atlantic World War II colours with the light grey and white.
Oh, well, yeah, the green and sort of grey and white, yeah, is a classic.
Yeah.
A classic scheme, isn't it?
Yeah, I like Coastal Command colours. I think they look really cool with the white. Dirk needs to finish off his JU-88 conversion, which is based on the ancient Revell H165. Wow. Oh no, Dave said he needs to build one. Needs to build one. No, he doesn't. I don't know why everyone's got it in for me building a Harrier kit that's 1,000,000 years old. It's older than me. Peter's finishing up his 72nd F-16. Very nice. Terry's finishing off the Ryefield Late War Panzer IV. And he's also doing the Tamiya Panzer II. Very nice as well. Dirk's also on the 72nd Revell CF Voodoo 101B. Very nice.
Richard says he's getting ready to build the Andy Hobbit headquarters 1/16 scale Sherman. That box is massively deep.
I did see it on the internet. It is a big box, but then let's face it, it's a big kit.
Yeah.
And it's going to be, well, it's RC size, isn't it? I think you get 16th scale. And it's RC size. I've got my King Tiger over there, the metal one of the hang long ones. And obviously that's the same scale. And it's just huge. Absolutely huge.
I've been trying Matt again and he still can't get on.
No, he's all right. We'll have a go with him during the interval. Yeah. And we'll try and get him back in here.
James is doing the Airfix Anson. He said, beautiful kit. Yeah, I haven't seen what you showed earlier as well. I'm half tempted to get that.
Yes. No, it is. It's an absolutely fantastic kit. Stunning. Oh, I don't want to hook myself here. The ghosts. We'll lock them in the shed. Yeah, no, it is a great kit. Absolutely lovely. Apparently, Andy's hobby headquarters have announced they're also doing a 1/16 scale Tiger 1 early. Well, I've got a Tiger 1 early here in metal if you want it. It does. I think
that'll be a stupidly big box. That will, though.
That will be huge. I know what the size this thing turned up in. It was like a crate. So. Yes, well, that's what mine is. Mine kind of, we gave it a full repaint. It's one of the hang long metal ones that I've got, complete solid metal Tigers. So we repainted it completely in camo. I might do it again actually, because it needs another paint job.
So it's doing a Kitty Hawk Mirage F1.
Doing winter camo ready for the snow.
Two Heads talking, saying that he's having a bash at the Fujimi A6E, but can't quite decide on the high vis or the low vis. You've got to do high vis. It's a lovely little kit that. Built quite a few of those back in the day. But yeah, the great little kits. But if you're doing anything from that era, got to do it in the high vis. Like, you know, it's just the golden age. High vis, Tomcats, Phantoms, Corsairs, Intruders, all of that. It was like a sort of golden age. When they went all into low vis, it sort of went a bit, no. Trying to find a solution for polishing the motor cover on the Revell Spitfire, Spirit of St. Louis in 1/48 scale. I don't want to use any of those ugly decals. Yes. Any suggestions for a nice polished effect?
What was it again?
Spirit St. Louis. Having a quick look, see what it looked like.
Well, it's all in sort of polished alloy, wouldn't it?
Yeah, aluminium, wasn't it? Yeah. But so it's just. Was it just the front engine cover that was really shiny?
I think so. I think the rest of it was just matte alloy, wasn't it? But the front end's really polished.
Well, you got various things like Molotov, haven't you? Or oh, it's got that beaten metal, like the.
Well, it's like they do the swirls, don't they, with a sander on it. I used to do it back in my engineering days. You have a nice bit of alloy, polish it all up, and then just put the swirl patterns onto it. So, but how you would recreate that is very, very difficult in our world, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Like you said, without decals, it's a bit of a nightmare, isn't it? They did it on quite a few of the German World War One aircraft, didn't they?
Yeah. Christopher says in chat, Nathan did it. How did he do it on his?
I can't remember. I did it. Yeah, on his. It was Eindecker.
Was it his Eindecker or one of his triplanes he did?
Remember what he did? Which one he did it on? Yeah. Because the Eindeckers have it, don't they? But I can't remember which one he did it on. I don't know.
Yeah, Nathan. I can't remember which one he did it on now, but he did do it. Is it one of his videos he did?
I honestly can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, difficult thing to recreate, isn't it?
It is. So I don't know, even if you was to cover it in something like an alley, and then to make it that small to do it, let's say I used to just have a sander. I think we used to use something like, I can't remember what grit we used to use, about 100 grit onto it and just, I used to enjoy doing that as a highlight of my day.
Question for you, Phil.
Yes.
From Martin.
Mm-hmm.
He's building the Great War Hobby F-15E.
Yeah.
When you did your one, did you spray overall gunship grey or did you have the nose cone as dark ghost grey? I've done mine as the latter, but there seems to be a huge difference in colours compared to your build. He's used AK real colours.
Yeah, so again, this is one of those real things where it sounds like it's, you can go wrong and all the rest of it. You can't actually go wrong with it. So I know what you're saying. Here's mine. So the way I did mine, as I say, it's probably got different photos in here with it. There we go, some different stuff. Is it just depends on, let's say, different lighting conditions. Shows gunship grey differently. So it is a slight difference of shade. So what I did was, I think with this one, I just lightened it with just a dab of white or something into the mix, mask off the nose, and then sprayed it. And did it that way. Purely because, as I say, it's one of those things with all these different types, is that you're going to have a situation where, hey, oh look, he's back.
Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Internet problems.
I blame the dog.
Oh, yeah, it's not fault.
But yeah, so what I tend to do is, the way you think about it is, if you look at 10 or 15Es in a row, or any type of aircraft for that matter, because the noses are like fiberglass on them, they faint down and weather down differently. So if you get one that's factory fresh, it will be gunship grey. After that, they could be any colour at all. And also depending on their environment and what the weather is as well. So you can literally just take a stab at it and just make up your gunship grey as you've done your base colour right the way over the model, and then just pop along and say, well, I'm going to do 2 drops of white into this, mix it, and that's the colour I'm going to go for. So, but there's one of those things where you can't really go 100% wrong with it, because they are all different, unless you just try and sort of colour match to what you've got. But yeah, so again, with mine, I didn't want it to be massively different. It just depends on different angles that you see it. So, as you say, you see it sort of here. It looks exactly the same, but there is a slight change of colour in it. So it just literally depends on how you want to do it. So, yes. So what was wrong? What was wrong with your internet?
I have no idea. Not a clue what happened then. It froze up when John was going into Somerset's cricket ground.
Yeah.
And that was it. I couldn't join the call. I don't know, but the internet was actually working. It just, when I was ringing Andy back, it just says a weak internet connection, but it was full. So, but Skype's done an update this morning, and I don't trust Skype after the last issues me and you had that time.
Yeah.
You know, when it does an update, it tends to, but I don't know. So, anyway, back.
So we can't blame the dog for chewing a cable.
Not your fault, is it, dog?
And to be honest, it's been the most sensible half hour of the show.
Well, this is it.
We've got 10 minutes left, and that's it. What? So, luncheon. What you having for luncheon?
Are we into that already at 10-2? What's for lunch?
Whatever I'm given.
Yes. There is a couple of things we're still talking about, Matt. You'll know, as a vehicle restorer and all the rest of it. You know the swirly pattern you get on Ali, where they do the swirls onto aluminium?
Yes.
How would you recreate that?
As in kit form, or
as in kit form.
That thing. Do you mean like on dashboards when they used to do the swirls?
Yeah, like on aluminium, like on like fire engines and that. We're on about the spirit of Louis, and obviously it's got that polished nose section, and then they did like that swirl pattern onto it, didn't they?
Ooh.
They did on like Eindeckers and things.
Oh, that was
Nathan did it, didn't he?
Nathan did it. Nathan's figure. Actually, in real life, it's done with a machine. You've got like a fit into a machine, and it makes that pattern.
Yeah, that's what I used to do.
I don't know how to do. Yeah, I know, Nathan. You could do it with paint, can't you?
One of the guys says
really pattern on an Eindecker cowling.
Yeah, one guy says you paint it and then use a cotton bud, but you'd never be able to do it because the paint would dry. You'd start it.
Just soak up in the cotton bud.
Yeah, you'd never be able to.
Yeah.
Go all the way through the whole thing.
No, I know Nathan did it, but he did it with a paintbrush because I can remember him doing it when he built his Eindecker. Well, you've built an Eindecker. What did you do?
Mine.
Yeah, your Eindecker.
Mine's nicely polished metal.
Right.
Mine was that one that didn't have the swirls on it.
Didn't Nathan do it on one of his triplanes he built?
He could have. He's definitely done it because I can remember him doing it.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Yeah. Pass. Next question. I don't know. I'll be honest. I wouldn't know how to recreate the aluminium look on, say, a fire engine. You know, like the steps you're on about and stuff.
Yeah.
There's a thing you do it, don't there?
White Wolf says he drew it on with Molotov pen.
Yeah. You can get etched stuff like I said. Oh God, what's the name for the aluminium you put in beds and stuff? There's a name for the sheeting, isn't there? I can't think of it. It's gone.
Checkerboard stuff.
Checkerboard stuff. Yeah. You can get photo etching stuff. Surely you can get decals for checkerboard, can't you?
Yeah, but we're on about the swirl stuff, though, aren't we? Really?
That's completely different thing. That's brush painting it. I think with like a dark grey over a silver. I think you do it, and then you can blend it back in because it's obviously going to look really harsh with a brush, isn't it? And then they blend it back in. Give me a thing. I don't know if I've got something in a book or whatever on doing it. Like the one them FAQ books and stuff.
Yeah.
Or the MIG books. I don't know. There might be something in that for it. Or ring Nathan.
We'll get hold of Nathan for part 2 of the show. But yeah, it's an interesting one. But as you say, when you're dealing with small models,
yes,
72nd scale, 48 scale, to recreate that is incredibly difficult.
Scale effect.
It is. Yeah, it'll be almost, impossible to do it to scale, I would have thought, because you need to have something absolutely tiny.
There you go. Dirt's put Humbrol metal coats. Polishable ones under the swirls.
Yeah. John Goldsmith says the only 1/72nd scale I'm looking forward to this year is the Armour RB P51 D/K. Is that not out yet?
Obviously not.
I thought it was. The DK's out, isn't it? Didn't it
I thought we had that on appeal.
I thought that was out, to be honest. Somebody was saying, Charles was saying about, has anyone got the Mobius Models 72nd scale Orion Clipper for 2001? No, but I'd like to.
Yeah.
I thought you had it.
No, I've got a lot of Mobius stuff here, as you know, but I'd like to get that. That's a new one coming out.
The BC's not out, not the K.
Oh, right, okay.
D's not out yet.
Oh, hopefully it won't be long. And then hopefully, of course, we'll be seeing their 48 scale Hurricane. Not. I've given up on that now. That's another good example of never touting a product because we'll never see it.
Next year we'll see it.
Yeah.
Watch, it'll be out next week.
Probably.
Be sorted. So, any more news from Telford release wise, or is that it?
I don't know. Hold on, I'll have to go.
And they fixed on their 11 o'clock thing.
Oh, what? Look what you could have in the future. Well, it's buzzing. There's not many people there. I don't know when they put this photo up. It says it's buzzing. That's not how I see Telford. It looks empty. Just saying. Hold on, there we go. This is Airfix's thingy. That looks a bit quiet to me. I'm just saying. Perhaps it's just our area where it's rammed.
I don't know. We've never seen the rest of it. It was always stuck on slam. That looks quite nice.
Oh, look, the lightning.
Yeah. Who's is that lightning?
I don't know. I think it's just I'm on their Facebook, so it's all just having a nosy at. But yeah, I don't know. It just looks a bit quiet. But we don't know when that photo was taken. It could have been taken at any time. It says it was taken 34 minutes ago, but if it was or not,
I don't know. We'll ask Nathan anyway. He'll give us an honest review. It didn't look too bad when Nathan had to walk around earlier on, but they just let the public in, haven't they? So again,
yes,
it is what it is, isn't it? But
I found a photo taken 10 minutes ago. Can I share screen?
Yeah, go on. Very good.
Oops.
We'll get in trouble now. We'll have all the haters on us.
That was a joke.
Hey, they're not. They'll be there at Telford, so yeah.
Right, hold on. Let me just. I'm just having a look to see if anything is around at Telford. Just trying to get to Airfix official site, which isn't easy, clearly.
Do you reckon, right? You know, if Airfix retooled their old, I know they like 176 scale, but did them in actually 172 like they should have been. You know, like the RAF recovery set and the emergency set and the refueling trucks and stuff like that. Yeah. Do you think they'd be a success now? Because I actually think they would.
Yeah, as you say, it's difficult, isn't it? Because it's people's sort of genres have seemed to have changed over many years, over the last few years. But it's probably got that good sort of nostalgia effect to them, don't you think?
Well, yeah, because obviously they're on scale, weren't they? For some reason, look, they did the 72nd and they did 76, which is just weird when the crossover to the aircraft range was there. Also, there's a few accuracy issues, shall we say, especially with the emergency. The one I've got here, the emergency set, seeing that the fire engine was just a work of fiction, and the RAF never used KT ambulances apparently. So, you know, like the one where you get the crane and the trailer and that. An Albion, is it Albion? The manufacturer Cotton.
76 scale, in that HO scale, is that?
Yes, that
train scale.
It's train scales, but they went with the 72nd scale aircraft, didn't they?
Yeah.
So why never they did them in 72nd, I don't know. I'm not saying the old range of the armour stuff, because some of it were a bit naff, but I'm thinking the crossover stuff to go with like the aircraft, so you can make a little base with said vehicles on it. Do you know what I mean? I know sort of IBG's bought out a proper refueler as well. The refueler was like a post-war one, weren't it? You know,
I suppose considering they've got quite a 72nd scale range, it would be nice, wouldn't it? It opens up a few possibilities, doesn't it?
Well, they did it a few years ago, didn't they, with the Lancaster set, wasn't it? They did as a ground crew set. That was an old release, wasn't it? As they did as a whole. Wasn't that with the bomb truck, the refueler, and
They do it for the B-17.
Is it? Oh, is it the B-17? Yeah.
Yeah, because the sets are actually re-available now. So.
Jamie says Airfix aren't announcing anything at Telford.
No, they don't anymore, do they? They didn't last time. They just do it for the new year, don't they? So probably learn. It's a shame, really, because it was actually a thing for the. But they've probably got that much flack because it's. I don't want that. Is that the wrong? That's the wrong scale.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm being tapped by the dog. Wait, get down. Yeah, again, it's the negativity thing in it. It's just like, that's a disappointment. I thought it was going to be a such and such or whatever. I don't know. So perhaps it's like not worth the hassle.
Don't know. Be thingy. Right, we're basically on time.
We are. Luncheon.
So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to have a break now for the next couple of hours. Just have a bit of a comfort break. Sort out the internet. It's probably working fine now.
It's perfect now, look.
That's
Yeah,
it.
it was John because you were mentioning Test cricket. It just didn't like it and just thought maybe it might have been that.
It could have been worse because when you left, Andy tried to fix it and then cut me off.
I told him. Cut you off. Yeah.
It's a good job it's on a separate system. So, yeah, it's on the other computer. Otherwise, we would have lost the lot at that point. So, we're okay. So, hold on, I'll just disconnect John and go clump, and that's it. The lot went. I was like, he's just disconnected me.
I did. I was on the phone to Matt and I said, "Oh shit, I've just bloody disconnected."
Hey, best thing is, you know what? And I've just come back into the Skype thing. There's 2 actual phone calls for me to join.
Oh, there you go.
Naturally, I joined the wrong one first, but at least it's let me back in. So hopefully it'll reset itself, and we'll be all right this afternoon, won't we? For a couple of hours. Might do a bit of build. Should we do some building this afternoon?
Yes, I think we will do. Yes,
yeah,
no, we will do. We get a bit
nice
of building
idea,
on the go.
A bit of, building and chat. What you gonna do? You're gonna pull out the yellow peril?
I might get the yellow power out. Yeah.
John,
we'll get that
carrying on with the Marauder.
Yeah.
And T-34.
Yeah.
Me, don't know yet. Got a big pile here.
Yeah, I was going to say he's got quite a thing to go through now with all these kits.
Look, another turny upper.
There you go.
Could build a Katie ambulance in 76 scale.
That brings back memories. That does.
I love that box art though. I might. It's a bit tatty, but I might keep that box because the red stripe boxes are the best, aren't they? The Roy Cross ones.
Yeah.
Shame, like I say, it's a bit of a work of fiction, but it looks good, doesn't it? Yeah, we'll figure something out. We'll do a bit of building and
very
nice. Reds on and stuff. A bit of a chat. You're going to try Nathan?
Yeah, we'll try Nathan this afternoon as well. So we'll see if we can get him on and ready to go for the first part of the show, perhaps.
Yeah. See if we can actually focus on something.
Yeah. You're lucky, everyone, because at the beginning of the last one, we were sort of talking to him before we went on there, as you could probably tell. But it was all blurred. It had that filter on that blurs it out. So it's like, there's not a lot of points showing round when we couldn't see it. So luckily, we managed to get that fixed. But yes.
Yes, it was, yeah. And see if we actually have a view of not up his nose. Would be nice.
That was good. Yeah, that's my mum, that is, or the ceiling. During
ceiling,
COVID,
nose,
it was like, she's on her iPad and I'm looking at the lights.
Yeah.
I don't know why I bother doing FaceTime because I couldn't see her. So.
No. So.
Yeah,
all right, cool.
Right, okay then guys, we'll call it there. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Don't forget, if you want to got something to do, you can pop around and have a look around. We've got our 25% sale going on. This is just today, isn't it? We're doing it.
Yeah, 10% off the kits today, and then obviously the usual
25% off all the time.
25% off in that section, but so we've got 10% off all kits, 15% off all Bandai, and we've got the special offers areas as well. So we've got the specials in here, as said before.
And what we could actually do, perhaps later, is talk about the turkey shoot weekend as well, because that's going to be a whopper.
A whopper, our big super event of the year after Flory Fest, clearly.
4-day event.
4-day event. 4-day building events. That's why it's a bit different.
Well,
but yes,
Thursday night, Friday afternoon, and Saturday, Sunday, innit?
Yeah, it's like 2 weeks' time, innit? So
2 weeks.
Just 2 weeks this weekend.
See you, dog. See you later, dog.
So yeah, we've got 25% off as well in the Flory store. So if you want to pop in there, you can do it as well. Yes, we ship worldwide. So yes, cool. Good job. Okay. Right, okay then guys, we will leave it right there. We'll see you back here at 2 o'clock sharp and bright. Join us early because obviously we'll try and get Nathan on as well. So he can give us a bit of a look round and give us a chat, see what's going on and any gossip he may have picked up as well. But if not, again, happy modelling, take care, and we'll see you again very soon. Say goodbye, gentlemen.
Bye.
See you later.